Hey guys, Kerry and welcome to 21st Gaming. Now, just to say before this video starts, these are my worst objectives in Battlefield 4. No one else's. These are what I think is the worst objectives in Battlefield 4. Now, they might be worse, but these are mine. I just believe these are the worst objectives you can go for. Thank you, and have fun. For my fifth, or last worst, well, best out of the worst objectives, is gotta be Alpha on Flood Zone. Now, the reason why Alpha on Flood Zone is one of my worst objectives in this, two reasons. Well, five actually. One reason is that it's right at the back of the map. Now, most of my objectives that I hate are right at the back of the map or somewhere that's very dangerous. Alpha is right at the back of the map. Now, unlike Echo on the other side, it is very plain. That brings it number two. That's my second reason. It is very plain and open. It is sniper prone from all the buildings around you. Well, not much snipers are going to be on them, but you are in the center of it. Any snipers on those buildings are going to be in right at you, if not at you. This objective is one of the admitted bonus objectives in the game to keep. Now, if you're on the other new team, it can be the most best because you can take out any vehicles that's leaving the spawn. But, like I said, it is open. That's this clip right here. Now, being open is dangerous in Battlefield. You don't have much cover, not much places to hide, the heal, and as well as helicopters can come down and shoot you. The one few good things about this little objective is that you can spawn under the objective, so helicopters won't be able to go for you. But that's my next worst thing as well, is that there's hardly any way to shoot as well when you're under that bit. When you're under this bit, you believe you're safe. You're safe from helicopters, you're safe from snipers. But tell you what you're not safe from. Your boredom. Most of the objective windows that you can probably shoot out of are blocked up. You only can shoot over at the highway or in where the dam is. Where it's, well, not dam. Well, yeah, the broken dam bit of the map. And that's the only places you can shoot. But apart from that, this objective is quite isolated in its own world. But being only fifth, there is worse objectives in my mind. And yes, I did not see that guy come to me. I feel very embarrassed. Ouch. Number 4. The fourth one out of this list. Literally. Some of you may have saw this one coming, but if you've ever played Parasol Storm, there's always that one objective that everyone refuses to go to, and that is Echo. Now, Echo on Parasol Storm is the isolation of what could be Battlefield 4 in about maybe 2 years' time with the amount of servers there is, and not people that's on it. But, apart from the silly jokes, Echo is isolated. Completely isolated from all the other bits of the map. Echo can be not even more isolated than anything. All the other objectives are combined apart from Echo, which is surrounded by water, which has multiple problems. One problem being is that if all the boats are gone, you have to swim across the whole of Echo just to get off the little ship. But if you want to capture Echo, you have to swim all the way there or get a boat. One way or the other, you gotta do that. You can fly there, which kind of makes it 2 times more easier, but flying's overrated. Another thing about Echo is that it's a very big objective. Out of all the objectives in Parasol Storm, Echo is gonna be one of the biggest. You can cap Echo not even without going on the ship. But there is a few things in Echo that I do like that doesn't make it on higher on this list. If it didn't have the cool design of a ship getting destroyed and slowly sinking him back into the water. It would have not. It would have been a lot more higher if it didn't have that. But it has that. And it feels good. Just feels good. That's all I've got to say. But it is completely isolated. Isolated from all the other objectives and your base. It's on the back of the map. No point going to it. But if you want a cool feel, Echo is one of those places out of all this map that has a cool feel to it. Amazing. This is just free advertisement for every single server I go on, isn't it? Yep, it is. People love remote islands in this game. Now, there is one objective in this game that can be not more remote out of every other objective. And that is Charlie on Langton Dam. That's what it's probably called, Langton Dam. Yeah, I don't know. Charlie on Langton Dam is remote. And when I mean remote, I don't mean isolated. I mean visible remote. It is in the middle of the map, in the center of every other objective. Hear me out on this one. Charlie, if you haven't ever been on Charlie, have you ever been shot from all sides in a Battlefield game? You probably have. Charlie is that 24/7. You are visible to snipers, LEVs, boats, attack boats, helicopters, assaults, every single thing in this game. It is visible to everyone. You stand on that island, you're a dead man until you get off and hide behind Bravo. Charlie on Langton Dam is worse than any other objective, to be admitted. You can see this objective all the way across different objectives in the field, and you can pickpocket each one and hope that you can kill it. Yes, I know it is a struggle to recapture it, because people are coming on all sides of the objectives just to get this objective. Because if you have this objective, you can go to all the other objectives quite easily. But the one thing about this objective is that you're visible from every other objective as well. So there's two counteractives to that. Not only that is it a visible objective, there's hardly no cover on that objective. Apart from a few rocks that be hidden behind hidden enemies and that. But it is visible. Too visible, it needs more cover. That's the only thing I would recommend for Charlie on this map, is more cover. Maybe a building that's almost indestructible. Have you ever fought, fought in being, fighting, if anything, for that's so valuable to your success that you even die a billion times before you would get it? Okay, I think we all have. But Charlie on Operation Locker, more Charlies in this time, is one of the worst objectives to get. Well, when I mean get, I mean try to get. Charlie in Operation Locker is a struggle. And I mean a whole struggle. To proceed and win a game of Operation Locker, you need to have Charlie. If you don't own 3 objectives, and the main objective has to be Charlie, that is that main objective. Charlie is the center of the battlefield when it comes to Operation Locker, and it is a fight. You can spend almost 700 hours on this game, and you will be never good enough to take Charlie out by yourself, even though it's not a lone game or anything. Lone wolf. Charlie is a struggle, and I mean a rage. Charlie's the only objective ever, well, second only objective ever, that I've wished didn't really exist. Now, to my thoughts, Charlie can be a good objective only if you have it. For the people who don't have it, being a losing team, you are gonna be crushed. You want to snap your disc and throw it out the window because of Charlie. on this map. Operation Locker. Word of advice: do never charge in Charlie. And noobs are spraying down their LMG into Charlie. Okay guys, so what takes the #1 spot? Well, the #1 spot is gotta be the #1 isolated, the #1 completely surrounded, and the #1 useless objective to take back. And that objective is on Gormwood Railway, Delta. Now, Delta on Gormwood Railway is one of, yes, it's a completely different objective compared to all the other objectives. But the one reason why I hate Delta is not because of how long it takes to fight for Delta. It's not how long it is to capture Delta. It is how long it would take to get Delta. Yes, it's the same thing every single way around. But I know Delta is completely surrounded. If you own Delta, it's at the back of your map. You don't have to worry about it for the next 10 minutes. Until you get hit by a car. But if you don't own Delta, you may as well leave it. There's no point for fighting for Delta after you lost it. You may as well let the enemy keep Delta if you at this point. 2 reasons why. 1, if they have it, it's in the back of their own spawn. If they get it there at least. Delta is a very slow moving objective, and it goes back to your own spawn. Of the one who caps it, that is. If you have Delta, you keep Delta, literally. And if you try to take Delta, enemies that come up the spawn is going to see you taking it. And you're going to be fried by a tank. Literally. Another point is that to get it to your spawn, it takes about 1 billion years. The objective, after you cap the objective, you gotta stay with the objective. You don't have to stay with the objective all the time, but to keep it safe, you need to stay with it. It is a slow objective to take back. And I mean a slow one. If anything, it's the longest one to take. And surprisingly, I didn't see how this tank missed me right here. Hi. But it is a difficult objective. And I mean, it is useless once you try to take it back. There's no point trying to take it. It's may as well you just leave it. This whole game I try to take Delta. See how long it would take me. I spent half the game. Not even half the game. The whole game trying to take Delta. It is one of the... Yeah. If anything I wanted Delta to change, it would be the train speed. Pick up the pace. And its rail and its guns as well. It's on the side of the train. They are useless. Completely useless. It's an objective which... You lose. You literally lose forever. There's no point of coming back to it. But yeah guys, that is my worst objectives to take in Battlefield. I know some of them are basically easy and you can keep pretty much. But some is just ridiculous. The isolated, heavy to take back, or even just nonsense. Delta. Sorry. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Send I don't know, your worst objective to take. Not a list, please, because that would be ridiculous. But what is the worst objective that you had to take back in Battlefield? It could be anything from Alpha on Operation Larka, or worse scenarios that you might be in. That is also a very common thing that happens. Charlie, sorry, Charlie, I can't. Charlie, that's really contagious. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.